So moving on to our final task in this paper. Over here, it comes to task number 4, presentation. It says you are going to create a short presentation. All slides must have a consistent layout and formatting. Create a presentation of 6 slides using the file j2321scratch.rtf. Unless otherwise instructed, the slides must display a title and a bulleted list. So we already have a file here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to import this file into Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up PowerPoint. Okay, and then from PowerPoint, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blank presentation and I'm going to say file, open. Okay, and then I'm going to locate where this file, the question paper mentioned is. It's over here, so I don't want presentation files, I want all files. And the file that I want is called Scratch, J2321 Scratch. So let's click on open. Okay, so now you can see all your data has been from the document has been imported into PowerPoint. Okay, right. So we can close this now. This we don't need anymore. We only needed it to import. Okay, so don't save. Now, the first thing it says is use a master slide. Okay, so master slide is a slide where you can control the layout of all your slides. Okay, so you can come into view, you can come into slide master, and you need to scroll right to the top to get to the master slide. The master slide is the slide that controls all your slides. Whatever changes you make here applies to all your slides. Okay, so I have come over here. Okay, and the first thing that I need to do is automated slide number on the top right. So over here, we have the slide number. Right now, it's at the bottom right. I'm going to move it to the top right, somewhere over here. And I need to enable it. Okay, so I'm going to come into insert slide number, and I'm going to say enable the slide number, apply to all. Okay. The next change is your name, center number, and candidate number on the bottom left. Okay, so we have my footer here. I'm going to move it to the bottom left. Okay, so my name, candidate number, and my center number. Okay, and I need to enable it. So once again, header and footer, I need to enable it, apply to all. Okay, the next thing that needs to happen is a 3 to 4 point wide horizontal line about 3 centimeters from the bottom of the slide above your details and across the full width of the slide. So I need to draw a horizontal line which is about 3 to 4 points wide. Okay, and about 3 centimeters from the bottom of the slide above your details. So let me come into insert. Let's come into shapes. Let's take a line. I'm going to hold on to the shift key so it comes straight. Okay, and I draw a straight line from here to here. And this line, I need its thickness to be, the weight of it, I need it to be about 3 to 4. Okay, so 3 point is good enough. And make sure that the master slide appears in the same position on every slide. No items overlap, so there are no overlapping. Now you can see the date over here, but I have not enabled the date, so it's not going to appear. Okay, right. Format the first slide. So now we're going to go back into normal view. Okay, so slide master is done. We're going to go back into normal view, normal. Okay, and we're going to go into the first slide. Okay, so in the first slide, what do? A title slide layout is applied with no bullets. So title slide with no bullets. Okay, so we do not need a bullet here. So home, switch off bullets. Second is use the title and the subtitle are center aligned and in the middle of the slide. Okay, so sorry, this work on, yeah. So the title and subtitle are center aligned. So let's click on this, center align this, click on this, center align this. Okay. Use the data in the file J2321 winners to create a pie chart to compare the number of race wins by each group. So J2321 winners. Let's open this up and we are supposed to create a pie chart. Okay. So let's make the columns bigger so we can properly see them. Okay, make this bigger. Let's zoom in. Okay. Right, now we're going to create a pie chart for this. Okay, so I'm going to select all my data. Do we need to take the total as well? To compare the number of race wins by each group. Okay, so by each group, so then obviously we do not need the total. So let's come into insert, let's come into pie, and let's take this pie chart. I think we shouldn't have selected the first row. Let's delete this. Let's select from here to here. So my bad, let's select from here to here. Insert, okay, where we have the categories, And yeah, let's come into this. Okay, so now we have a pie chart that's showing how each part has been won. Okay, right. Label the chart with the title percentage win by groups. Percentage win by groups. Percentage wins by group. Okay. Format the chart to display only group names and percentages as sector labels. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to display, what does they say? Group names and percentages as sector labels. Okay. So what they say over here is they say position these labels outside each sector. So it needs to be outside. Okay, so let's click over here. Let's click on plus data labels. We want them to be outside. Okay, outside end. Okay, right. And then the legends anyway at the bottom. That's all right. That's what they wanted it, isn't it? Group names, and we need to make them as a percentage, isn't it? Okay. Right, so let's make these percentages, okay? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click over here and we're going to format these values, okay? So let's click on format data labels. Let's switch off this part. Okay, let's click on our data labels. So click over here. Okay, guys, you can see where I am, right? Label options, we want them to be a percentage. And then the question paper also tells it needs to be 1 decimal place, okay? So let's come here and say a number, and we want it to be not a general, we want it to be a number and 1 decimal place. Okay, let's make it 1. And there is also one more thing that they said, we also need to position these labels outside each chart sector. So these labels have to be outside. Okay, so that is done. Okay, the labels are outside. They are percentage values to 1 decimal places. They do not need a legend. So the legend doesn't need to be displayed, the colors. Okay, so what we're going to do then is I'm going to enable one more thing. Let's also show the category name. Okay, because we're going to get rid of the legend. So otherwise people want to know what each color represents. So let's click on the legend. Okay, so legend, we do not, sorry, let's click on the plus symbol and say legend. We do not need. So legend has been taken away. Right. Emphasize the group with the largest percentage by pulling only this sector away from the other groups. Okay, so the largest percentage, I'm going to pull it away from the other groups. Okay, there you go. I've pulled it out. Okay. And the next thing that needs to be done is place the chart to the right of the bullets on the slide with the title Scratch Group Cyclist. So let's copy this chart. Control C. Let's come into our presentation. Scratch Group Cyclist, which is all the way over here. Okay, and where do we paste it? We paste it on the to the right. Okay, so let's take this a little bit that side, and let's paste this over here. Let's bring it over here, all the way over here. Somewhere over here. There you go. That's done as well. Okay. Then what do we have next? No words are split. All the data and labels are fully visible. The chart and its contents do not overlap any slide items. Okay, that's fine. Overlapping. Add the following text as present or speaker notes onto the slide with the title Scratch Group Cyclist. So we're on that particular slide. We need to add some speaker notes. At the bottom, you can find the speaker notes, and these are notes that are only visible to the speaker. You can come to, if you cannot see it, you can come to view and you can say you want speaker notes to be visible, which is over here. You come to view and say notes, you want to enable it. Okay. So what do we type over here? Let's copy this. Control C, Control V. It doesn't work. Let's try again. Race winner analysis. Race winner analysis. Dash 38 races completed in 2022. Print only this slide as a presenter speaker notes in portrait orientation. Okay, so we just press Control P and we tell our computer to print only this particular slide. Okay, only this current slide. And I want it to be in notes view. Okay, so we will have to change this from a full page slide to notes page. Okay, so now you have the slide and you have the notes as well. That's clearly visible. Okay. Next, what do we have? On the title slide with the title handicaps, format the race. So format the text race director so that when clicked, it opens up an email ready to send a message to the following email address with a subject line such. Okay. So let's find this race director. So where is race director? Race director is over here. Race director is over here. Let's select this and we're going to make this a hyperlink. So right click and say link, and we want to send it to an email address. The email address is what? rd@cambridge.org, rd@cambridge.org, and the subject is going to be race cap handicaps, race handicaps. Okay, so we are supposed to take a screenshot. Okay, so let's take a screenshot of this, Windows Shift S, and let's paste this in our evidence document. So evidence document is over here, Control V. And then what do we have next? Save the presentation, print the full presentation as handouts in portrait orientation with 2 slides to the page, each filling half the page. Okay, so let's come back over here. Let's cancel this. Okay, let's save this. Okay, and ensure we save it in the correct folder. Browse. Let's go into the correct folder, which is over here. Okay, and we need to print this. We need to print this in portrait with 2 slides to the page. So let's say Control P, and let's go into 2 slides, not notes. We want 2 slides per page. Okay, not the current slide, all the slides. Okay, so now you can see we have 2 slides per A4 paper. And yeah, with that, you can go and choose your printer and click on print. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of the presentation document as well. And the next thing that's remaining is for you to save your evidence document and print your evidence document. Okay, so all you have to do over here is save this evidence document and then go ahead, Control P, choose your printer from over here and choose print. Okay, that's all that's needed to be done. And with that, you come to the end of this paper. So I really do hope you have benefited from these videos. Okay, I really do hope you have. And if there's anything, do drop a comment. Okay, and let me know on how I can improve these. Okay, right, all the very best. Take care until we meet again in the next video. See you. Bye-bye.